It's show night. You've
All
already
right.
warmed up your vocals.
Yep.
What is your routine?
It's time for some high energy warm-ups. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
what are
go.
we doing? What are
We're
we doing?
running.
What the? On this episode of 3 Shots, 3 Questions, we're with Danica Salazar, lead singer of Dezorah, one of the hottest rock bands in South Texas. They're making major waves in the music scene. And we're gonna find out how it all got started. And we're gonna do it over 3 shots of tequila.
I'm ready.
Danica, thank you for joining us on 3 Shots, 3 Questions.
No, thank you for having me.
Look, I'll tell you how the show goes. We're gonna take a shot of tequila and I'll ask you a question, and then we're gonna repeat that for questions 2 and 3.
Interview of my dreams, let me tell you.
Well, let's toast to that.
All right.
Salud.
Salud.
How would you describe your sound and your style?
It's a little bit of everything, you know. We all love like metal and we love like classical music and we love rock music. So yeah, it could be progressive, but it could also be, you know, beautiful at times and Latin-y at times. And yeah, it's kind of a blend of everything.
Yeah.
In terms of my lyrics, a lot of it comes from like a really deep place, I guess, a place that I hadn't really delved into before, like before I started making music. It's a way of catharsis for me. You know, you just kind of talk about the things that are just really bothering you, and it's a really awesome way to do that. And I hadn't done that before, so I think that's why a lot of it comes out kind of crazy.
Oh wait, my buddy Booga just taught me a new one.
I took half of it. All right.
Chin chin.
Chin chin.
Chin chin.
There you go.
When did you decide, or when did you realize that you wanted to be in a rock band?
I mean, just growing up listening to all this music that I was like really inspired by, especially like Selena. I grew up like wanting to like be like her, you know, so I would dress up like her. My mom would help me dress up like her, and I would like sing and all this other stuff. And then of course, like as time goes by, like I got more shy and stuff. And I think in college is when I kind of shut myself off, and I felt like, well, I need to focus on my studies and that part instead of, you know, flourishing my own like singing and all that stuff. So I stopped doing all of that until I moved here. And I think that's where it really sunk in that this is something that I could do. I mean, I think that moment was just Eric coming up with some guitar parts and just saying like, hey, sing over this. And I did. And I realized like, okay, like I could do this.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that wants to do this, and I think the first show that we ever played, we only played one song, and I was so terrified of getting on that stage, and I was like, I just can't, like I was shaking, and I got on stage, and as soon as that like first drum fill came in, and I knew I had to start singing, I did, and like this weird, I like kind of transformed that nervous energy into something else, and I just started to like just shake, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna use this to my advantage. So I mean, I probably look like a fool, let me tell you, but but it felt really good, and I had never felt that before.
Are you ready for the third shot and the third question?
Para arriba, para abajo,
abajo,
para el centro,
centro.
para adentro.
How would you describe the music scene in McAllen and the Rio Grande Valley?
It's amazing. We found a community here that we didn't know existed. I was able to just be here and be me. But at first, I mean, it wasn't like that, because like, I mean, the first couple months I was here, you know, I wasn't really making music and stuff. But I really feel like once we started creating music, like I was able to find myself, and then we were kind of pushed into this community, or just like involved into this community that also accepts people like that, you know, people that are lost and just want to create. I mean, that's the whole reason that we're even playing, you know, it's because people that were making music here told us like, hey, you have something. I mean, everybody is like willing to like help each other out and going to each other's shows, and that's like the main, that's so important, you know, supporting each other, to have that community that just helps each other out.
We will be following Dezorah throughout your journey, and Danica, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
On Three Shots, Three Questions.
Thank you so much. Hey, cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yes.
But like, you're high energy, you don't want to pull a hammy. Like,
No.
what is your routine?
Let's do some fucking squats.
Okay, let's do some squats.
Squat. Hey, we're getting ready. And then, honestly, in between, while I'm doing that, I'm doing warm up. So I'm doing the
I feel like I'm about to deliver a baby or something, dude. Like, what are we doing? This pregame workout has been brought to you by Danica Salazar, lead singer from the band Dezorah.
Hey, I didn't have you running across the block.
Thank God.